can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, it's the world honestly burning. That's all I'm learning, hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds and put the work in, we got some work, man. I started to grow. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in, take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop off fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of left, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to grow. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking.
Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy K9s, giving it to my brothers and sisters the way I always do. First, before I say anything, I gotta send a big salute and big shout out to Mr. 216 and Paul Johnson in the building, rocking with the Bay early tonight, man. Big salute to all the pet lovers across the world. Everybody take care of them animals the way they supposed to take care of them animals. You know, we got some dog talk about, and we're gonna touch on a few things. My brothers wanted to come up on the live on the last video. We're gonna touch up on the pets being mixed throughout the years and what you think. You know, everybody give their opinion on that particular situation, and we're gonna talk about how one dog can change the legacy of a bloodline if it's not right as well. You know, so big shout out to everybody out there, man, and everybody listening. If you're not in the chat, big shout out to you. You know, getting your pups to the right people, man. That's how we're gonna start this thing off tonight. Getting your pups to the right people and how important that is. You know, we all like to make that money. And a lot of people, you know, no matter what we say, you know, folk won't pass the money up. You know what I'm saying? So getting your dog to the right people is so important. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just as important as how you breed your dog. Is the dog a great quality? You know, what's the purpose of breeding great quality dogs when you giving them to bull jive dog people? You know, it's just gonna still be a bad situation at the end. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get no good results from it. And then what's the use of breeding good quality dogs that got purpose behind them. You know what I'm saying? Can work, can do certain things. You know, when you taking high quality working dogs and you giving them to lap people who want to have them as lap dogs, then you're never gonna get the reputation for selling good quality working dogs. You know what I'm saying? Folk might say you got, you know, I like his pets or whatever, but you won't get the folk that's saying, oh, he got good working dogs, because you ain't getting the people that's working, you know what I'm saying, or doing whatever jobs they need to be doing. You know, so that's why it's real important. It don't matter what breed you got, whatever your breed that you rocking with, and the jobs that that particular breed has, if it has jobs, we talking about working dogs. You know, if I get my Malawi's and I just get them to people that want to leave them on couches, that's totally not helping me. Yes, it's helping me because you're a great pet owner, but I need for folk to know I got good working dogs. In order for folk to know that, I got to put them dogs in people that's doing working dog stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it is to it. And if I don't, I gotta expect the results from it. You know, and no matter what anybody say, you know, if you selling a particular kind of dog, a person looking from the outside looking in, oh, they just say, oh, they making money, they making money, they making money. You know, but if you ain't selling them to the right kind of people, it don't make no difference. You'll make that money one time. A lot of people run to the quick money, but screw up the long-term money. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta take less, or you gotta take sacrifices to get that long-term money. You know what I'm saying? And that may mean not getting a sale, you know, getting the dog to the right people. You know, you can't, you know, just use the pit bull rum list, for example. You can't get a rum dog selling dogs to bullshit dog breeders and dog people out there and puppy peddlers and all kind of shit. You got to sell them to people who really going to put this dog in the limelight to shine. You know, that's why back in the days when certain dogs, like say Jeep on the top of the rum list, but when you look at a lot of Jeep offspring and the champions, a lot of them came from off Crenshaw or his right hand mans. You know, not saying Jeep didn't produce great dogs, but this goes for pretty much anybody who had them famous dogs back then. A lot of the titles, a lot of the statues that they got them from amongst the circle that they was in. And yeah, the world know about the dogs and the country know about them, you know, but they didn't get that from, you know, from that. They got it from dealing with people that they know were the type of people that, you know, can do something with the dogs that they had. And it's the same thing on the legal end. It's too many legal things for these dogs to be doing when you talking about working dogs. Why you think when you looking at an encyclopedia or something like that, they don't even got a pit bull classified as a working dog? How you don't got a dog classified as a working dog that got a whole bunch of working potential only because people used it for one thing in the past? So another thing I say about these brothers in this YouTube community from the last 3 to 4 years, the ones that been doing and representing the positive stuff, fuck the rest of them. They flunkies and taking people driving license and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who've been doing the right things for these dogs, 15, 20 years down the line, when everything done switched and everything done changed over, man, you got to credit these brothers from this era. Because, you know, it's hard out here. These brothers call you names. They say you got curves. They say you ain't touching nothing. They say they got every excuse it is. Why you training dogs to bite people? This and that. Every excuse it is. But 20 years down the line, you know, you can only credit the brothers that was doing the positive things throughout these 2020 era. You know, getting your dog to the right people, man, that shit is so, so important. So important. And like I said, I'm dropping that link. Bando for life. Salute to you. Salute to you. Bando, I know Bando out there somewhere, but I'm dropping that link for anybody that want to talk about anything when it comes to these dogs. And specifically, we were speaking about the pit bull being mixed breed throughout the 100 years that have been bred. And that's why it's so many different sizes to the dog, so many different colors to the dog, unlike any other breed that has one size, one shape, and multiple colors. The pit bull has multiple everything. You know what I'm saying? So what's your opinion on that? And why do you think the pit bull is the only breed that has every shaped head, every shaped body, every color it is? Whether we consider them game or not, they're still pit bulls, blue or any other color. Why do you think that? You know, even down to the bullies, that's merle color. How do you think them colors got into that dog? It don't matter whether it's a game dog or not. We talking about the colors in general. And we ain't talking about for the last 5 years. We give everybody the benefit of the doubt. We talking about when the lines first started and coming up in the years after that. Mr. Kobe them and Mr. Lightning them years and all them years. And then coming back into the 70s and the 80s. They did a bunch of foolery too. We ain't letting y'all off the hook. Them boys would have bred that hound dog in them dogs back in Mr. Lightning them days. That hound dog look would have been gone by now. That hound dog, if it was bred into them dogs, that hound dog was bred into the dogs in the 70s and in the 80s somewhere or another. That hound dog, wherever it come from, it ain't come from the back in the days. They threw that in there lately, over the past 40 years. You know, but that's just my opinion, man. Legion, that's just my opinion, dog. Like I say, anybody come up, speak about it tonight, you know, and plus we talking about, oh man, like I said, how one dog can change a legacy. And since they already talking about it, how about that Kunta dog? Oh man, I looked at that Kunta dog, them boys say that's Little Mayday. Oh, we gonna speak on that too. Oh man, and I'm gonna show you how one dog can change a legacy. You know what I'm saying? When you out here talking about balls this, balls that, balls this, balls that, you're running Red Boy Jocko Bolio with some balls in it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get to that in a few minutes. You know, we gonna get to it. Getting your dog to the right people. Now, I do want to say this. Over the past 2 years, Florida, South Carolina, and Indiana has been the hot spots for brothers getting arrested for dog situations. Over the past 2 years, them places has ran the arrest level. You know, they get more arrests than everybody. South Carolina, Florida, and Indiana. You know, the brother in Indiana just got a little bit of time. Y'all remember when I gave y'all that news article when the brother and his old lady had a disagreement and he put hands on her? She called the police and she turned the dogs over to the police and all that and told him he was fighting. Well, that brother just took his time, or, you know, got sentenced to, I think it was a year or something like that. Not the one I showed y'all the other day. Another brother. You know, that's a different one. But you remember when I told you about it. He got a little bit of time. You know, and that goes back to the thing where I tell y'all, brothers, man. Sometimes some of these females, they don't need to be in whatever kind of business you got going on. It don't necessarily have to be dogs. It could be something they don't need to know about. You don't think if she knew about drugs, she would have turned the drugs in? You don't think if she knew about anything that he was doing that could got him locked up, she was gonna turn it in? So, you know, your old lady, she don't need to know every single thing you do in the world. If you're doing something that she can, you know, be the one that get you in trouble. So, you know, it is what it is though, man. It is what it is. And like I said, anybody that want to talk on the mixed breeds and the pits, the link down in the chat. But for now, let's get to talking about this damn Kunta dog right here. Now, going hard, them boys say that's their dog, Little Mayday. You know, so we're gonna talk about this for a few minutes. Oh, that was their dog, Little Mayday. Now, when I look at this dog pedigree, I see balls all the way through, from top to the bottom, and Queen of Hearts and all that, right? But when I look at this dog, I see Red Boy Jocko. When I look at that pedigree, I see boils. But when I look at the dog, I see Red Boy Jocko. Now, this is the dog they say was Kunta. Now, we're going to look at Little Mayday as well. Let me pull that up real quick. I just pulled a picture up the other day. I just pulled it up. Let me don't put that GHK behind it real quick. Try it. Try it now. Nah, it ain't coming up. That ain't the dog. It's a red nose. Dang, I can't find the dog, man. I just seen the dog on the online pen. I just seen the dog yesterday. Okay, here you go, I think. Okay. All right. I'm about to put this other dog up here real quick. So that's the same dog, man. If you can't see them dog, that dog got the same ears, same markings. That's the same dog as the Kunta dog, like them boys say. You know, same exact dog. But now when you look at the pedigree, it ain't no boils in it. And it's coming down off Mayday, bred to Super Nance Ace, which is Going Hard's Red's Ace father, and Going Hard's Amber. So we see Honey Bunch, Charlie back there, the Chavis stuff on the bottom, which is probably your Jocko stuff. Let me see what the Chavis Gibson coming off. Your red boy, that's pure red boy. Got a little Zebo back there in the back. Got one Zebo breeding back there. That ain't gonna be enough to say it's a Zebo dog though. But it got Zebo in the back. Okay, now that's Little Mayday. And that's Kunta. Now, this ain't about Kunta tonight. This is about this dog right here. Ball's Big Whiskey. Ball's Big Whiskey is coming off Kunta. And look at his bottom side. All Balls dogs. That's a Mayday dog right there. That dog Big Whiskey is a Mayday dog. I can look at him on this picture right here. Let me see if I can blow it up for y'all. That's a Mayday dog. But he representing as a Balls dog. And that's how one dog papers being wrong can change a whole legacy of a bloodline. Because everybody that got them dogs coming off of Big Whiskey, they breeding it, thinking it's pure balls. Oh, I got a pure balls dog, a pure, look, Reno on the top, Reno on the bottom, balls, Jasmine on the bottom. Everything balls in this thing. And that Walker T-Boy stuff. And it's a whole different pedigree on it. So in actuality, Big Whiskey is a 50% balls and 50% Red Boy Jocko Bolio dog. And then when you probably look at his offspring, how they was breeding it, you know, that's like the brother said. That's the reason brothers may hit when they make breedings. They may not hit when they make breedings because it ain't clicking the way you want it to be clicking because it ain't bred the way you think it's bred. And one thing about a dog, man, everybody know they dog when they see them. You know what I'm saying? You can take them, you can hide them, you can put a different name on them. But when a brother see his dog, he know that dog, especially when he done had a dog for a period of time. You can change the name. You can put them in a different position and have it take a little bit of weight off of them, add weight to them. But a brother know his dog when he see it. And that's another thing that's gonna get a lot of y'all brothers, because this ain't back in the days. A lot of these pictures and stuff was posted a while back, and it wasn't all this research the way it's being done now. A lot of y'all ain't gonna be able to post them stolen dogs that you got. The moment you post them, and you post them under a different name, a brother gonna see them and recognize them. It might not even be the brother that's looking for them. Somebody else might talk about him. And then I got him on the show. We talking about how he bred and how this and that and this and that. Next thing you know, somebody recognize him. Oh man, that's my dog. This ain't back in the days, dog. You know. Yellow one, yellow one. I was saying, let me get this off the screen real quick. When we talk about a mixed breed in the pits, I was saying, a couple days ago, I was, speaking about the pits. And it's basically the same conversation about why do you think the pit bull is the only breed. We can argue and say, oh, it's full-blooded, it's full-blooded. Why we don't got our own breed that say it's purebred? Why we can't be in the shows like the rest of the dogs in the AKC or in this show? We got to have ADBA. Why is the pit the only dog with that many sizes, that many shapes, that many colors, that many everything, when all the other breeds only have one size, one shape, and multiple colors? You got a mini bull terrier, you got a full-size bull terrier. You got a full-size joint, your joint gonna be a little bit bigger. You got a small one, yours gonna be small. If all of us got small bull terriers, all our dogs gonna be small, looking like within a couple inches apart when it come to height. And that's why I was saying, anybody got an opinion on that, can voice their opinion. It ain't no right and wrong, it's just I want to know why they got so many sizes myself. And maybe them people right. That's why they won't recognize the pit bull, because the simple fact, you just look at it and really don't be biased to the pit because you like the pits. Just really look at it. Every single breed, you got dog standards. Yeah, when you take them to the show, they trying to say pit bull standards. Pit bulls don't got no standards. The standard that they made for the UKC with Mr. Kobe and all them, for some reason, for some reason, that wasn't enough to get us as one solid breed. Because even back then, probably the dogs were different sizes, short and tall and different weights and structures. You can look at some of the old pictures and see different head shapes and so I just want to know other people's opinions on it, man. You got a Doberman. All the Dobermans look alike. The Rocks look alike. The band, not the band dogs, but like all the dogs, man. Even when you talk about the bullies and stuff like that, you got the regular size big bullies. The bullies don't even have as many sizes as we got. And you got them short dogs. When it comes to them pits, you got everything. All shapes and all sizes. Small heads and big bodies, everything. Underbites, overbites. And every now and then, some pop out with a purple tongue. So yeah, man. And anybody who got knowledge and heard something about different things, you can speak on it however you want to speak on it, man. Because I just want to know: is the pit bull doomed forever when it comes to saying we's a purebred dog, and we might as well just leave it alone forever? If a pit bull is just something that's shaped like our dogs, and all of them considered pits, from a bully to a pit to a XL to a. If a person can look at it and they call the police and say it's a pit bull, then it's a pit bull. That's basically the like the genre they got us in, the section they got us in. It's about 20 damn dogs that they consider pit bulls. In actuality, it's about five, maybe Bully, Pitbull, XL, a few of them dogs, but shit, once you start adding the German Shepherd and the Pit Bull in, the stray dogs with the box faces, they call all them Pit Bulls. Man. And when them boys talking about them hound dogs, shit, we ain't got no proof that nobody did it. But it been a rumor too long. It's shit, everybody can see it. We just don't know where it come from. And I can't say Barracuda. It's before Barracuda, man. That ain't the hound dog. Barracuda look like the hound, but I think it's before him. Yellow One, what's going on with your big homie? How you doing tonight, man?
What's going on, PBK? What's going? How you doing?
Ain't too much, man. Taking it one day at a time, dog. What you think about that when it come to these pits, man? When it come to
Yeah,
these
I heard
dogs?
that. Well, I was saying I was having this conversation with somebody on another podcast, probably a few weeks ago. I've been saying the same thing. Um, there are people that push this narrative, that their mixed dogs are pit bulls. It's obvious that, like there is no such thing as in my book as an XL pit bull. They
Yeah,
label a lot of a lot of dogs get labeled, as being American pit bull. What they call them pit. We all know, like I've said before, the word pit bull. That's short for American pit. That's our breed's name.
yeah,
Simple as
yeah,
that. That's our breed's
yeah,
name. That's not no bully name. XL, whatever. No Connie Corso, Presser. People tend to call those dogs pit bulls too. The people that don't know any better is what I'm saying. But that name pit bull belongs to our breed.
yeah,
So so yeah, so nah, I don't think, and as far as like the ADBA, I mean, we got our own registry. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be with AKC. For
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Why do we need to be accepted? Because for one, when they took the pit bull and they changed the name to American Staffordshire Terrier.
yeah,
So that's what people started breeding. They started breeding, UKC, uh, UKC dogs, UKC pit bulls, and of course, they didn't like the word pit in the name, so they changed the name to American Staffordshire Terrier. They just basically took a dog, uh, and just changed the temperament a little bit, over years, kind of selectively bred them to be a little bit more stockier, prettier headpiece. But they
mm-hmm,
used American Pit Bull Terrier dogs to create that breed. So I,
yeah.
I wouldn't see what would be the use in um
Dealing with them.
us dealing with them anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I mean, and to be honest with you, I done been around them before. They snobby, real snobby people. Anyway, I done been around them,
yeah,
been to
yeah,
some shows, but yeah, our breed ain't just, you said something the other day about, um, you were saying something about mix. The dogs was mixed, but the pit bull got a pretty um general look to it. I wouldn't say, and you said something a few that the bully is more consistent than the pit bull. That, I don't agree with you at all on that.
yeah.
The bully is all over the place. You got all kind of people calling. I remember when I was breeding bullies, and I was really like, um, really adamant about them not calling exotics bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't label an exotic a bully. Don't label an XL a bully.
Now
You see
what's
what
the,
I'm
now,
saying? Because
now what's the XL?
because
What's the difference between an XL
the,
and a bully?
because the XL is crossed with a lot of Molosser dog, a lot of massive dogs.
Okay,
The American bully didn't really they snuck in a lot of bulldog. You know, that's what
okay,
they put in
okay.
into their dogs. So of course they ain't gonna be honest about it. I mean, everybody gonna say, people don't, like I said, they don't want to admit that mixing dogs and shit like that because they was once in the beginning they was passing the dogs off of being UKC American Pit Bull Terriers.
Yeah.
So it started on a lie anyway. It was based off of a lie in the first place with the bullies.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. So you got the XL saying they a bully. Then you got the bullies. You got the pocket, the classic, the standard. Then you got these exotic people saying they got bullies.
Mm-hmm.
But now you look at a bully today, it look just. I mean, if you seen like I had a lot of the original like the Razor's Edge dog, the blood. That's the blood I had when I was dealing with them. And now the bully now, what today say today, it's like a straight bulldog. That's what's an American bully
Yeah.
now. So, yeah, I can't agree with you that you saying that the bully is more consistent, has more of a consistent look than American Pit Bull Terrier. I can't
Well,
agree with you at
I
all.
tell you this though. I tell you this, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you look at a bully, just say if you look at a bully, it don't got a big box face. Well, no matter how tall it is, if you don't got a big box face, they're not even gonna call it a bully. With a pit, you can have a big box face and be a game dog. You know what I'm saying? A regular straight game pit, but you got a big box face. This might be a Mayday dog, it might be a big head Boudreaux dog. But with a bully, I was saying it like that because with a bully, if you don't got a big face, the big block face, you're not even considered a bully. I'll be like, I got a bully for sale. Call my home, I got a bully for sale, and it's a bully bloodline, but it's a skinny face dog. He ain't gonna buy that dog for no bully. But a pit bull brother, they ain't gonna worry about that. You know, they just gonna automatically know it's a pit. That's what I mean by like standard wise. When it comes to standards, a XL, maybe a XL, but all XLs look the same. They look similar. They the same height. They got that bully shaped face. When it comes to our dogs, what do you think? And don't necessarily have to come from mixed breed. And when I say that, I agree with you when you say this. Our dog name is our dog name, right? When I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
this mixed breed stuff that we got in our dogs, this ain't coming like saying, oh, the dude you got your dog from threw something in it. Nah, this stuff was did way back in the days. Most of this stuff.
Right,
And then
right.
another thing we gotta keep in mind, it may not be even that this dog's a mix. It's the breeding practices that brothers did throughout the years. Cause see, with a pit, right? Let's say you get a pit litter, one of the puppies got a longer face than the other one. So
Mm-hmm.
that dog may have got bred a little bit more than the one with the shorter face. Or some of the dogs come out bigger than other ones. Some of them a little bit shorter. So the shorter dogs got bred more. And then it was inbred, and then that maybe made them shorter. That maybe, it's different things that could change the shape of them dogs without going outside of the breed. You know what I'm saying? So, I gotta kind of look at it like that too as well, instead of saying just why is it so many different sizes? Because if we start at 100 years and we start with say 20 dogs, and we start 100 years and we gonna wait 100 years and see what we look like after breeding these 20 dogs, and all we started with was 20, and we gonna breed them. They not kin right now, but they'll be kin sooner or later. They be all kin by the time we get to that 100-year mark. You know what I'm saying? And then we have different shapes than what we started with, probably. We have different, different head sizes, probably. Some dogs that we liked better that looked a little more compact, that we bred more. Some dogs was a little more linky that we liked off that litter, that we bred more. So it threw linky puppies. That could be where we get our different sizes and stuff, because of the fact that our dog really started from, I guess different, crossing two dogs together like the bull and the terrier, which was two different sizes. Your litter might come out with short dogs taking after the bull side, when the other litter might come out taking after the terrier side, which may be bigger dogs. So we can't really, or I can't really say, every size difference come from a mixed breed being into the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I got you.
But yeah, man,
Because I
dang
mean,
on
you got different sizes, but they say they built, you know, they built some. I mean, as far as some of them might be more legged than others, but
yeah,
the body structure is pretty much consistent with the pit bull.
yeah.
I'll say that.
Man,
Yeah, I'll say that.
I got beat by one back in the days, man. That motherfucker looked like a straight greyhound, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. His body was shaped like a greyhound. His head was shaped like a greyhound. and he rolled the head. He grabbed my dog by the top of the head and backpedaled the whole time. And then my dog just got tired eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he looked like a straight greyhound. But I know he was a pit. You know, you can see a little bull in him, but he had that greyhound
Now
look.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. You ever seen a greyhound in person?
I don't think
Have
so.
you ever seen a? I seen one at the vet. This was years ago, and this was my first time ever seeing a great. They some big dogs. They big. When you seeing them on them tracks, running, doing it when people be betting or whatever on them, you think they
They out there by
small.
your
You think they
waistline. They out
probably
there by your waistline.
like,
Like they
they not
come to your
that
waistline. I
tall.
know.
I'm about 5'11", so if he wasn't at my waistline, but he was way above my knees, I could. Well, let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
see. Yeah, he was he was
His
he
back,
was he was above my knee. And he was at the vet. He was old greyhound. He
damn.
was like a buckskin reddish color. He was a greyhound. And that was my first time ever seeing one in real life. And he was big, but I'm saying you think when you watch them on the track on TV and they racing, you thinking it's like a little 40-some pound dog but when you get up on one and see like a purebred, when that was my first and only time ever seeing one. And he was big. And I was sitting down and I really got to see how big he was. I was in the chair and they was standing up, waiting to get seen or something, waiting to get some meds. Everybody to leave, but he was standing there. He was big. He was a big ass greyhounds is big dog. They not no little bitty dogs.
Oh
He
yeah.
wasn't like
Eh,
stocky build, but he was big.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was gonna get into greyhounds one time, but it's just not enough tracks around here. Most of them was down south, a little further down south, and but I like that type of stuff, man. Competing, and I don't really see why they. I see why they complain because the way they do the dog sometimes and break their leg, this dog get hurt and different things that they put the dog. I understand all that, but I don't really see where it's to the point where they shut all the greyhound tracks down, except for like one or two states in the country. Got a track up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, to me, it's shit. Like I said, I would get me some greyhounds and get into that if I wasn't with the pits and stuff like that. Cause it's good competition.
Mhm.
You can get your dog right, and it's exciting. You can win some real money with it. And you got real dogs. You know what I'm saying? Real dogs
Let me ask
competing
you.
in some real events.
Let me ask you something. Do you see yourself getting out of pit bulls like soon?
Man, I done did that shit 3 or 4 times already, man. One thing about me, when I know how to say, man, fuck it. You want to buy this motherfucker yellow one? Yeah, I'm about to clean the yard out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Shit. At the end of the day, dog, at any dog, man, you come to a time where you wanna chill, man. You just tired of cleaning up shit. You tired of messing with the dogs. It be like that with every dog, man. Yellow one, I don't know why it keep knocking you down. Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, right now
Okay.
I don't see like right now like saying, oh, maybe 6 months or something. I'm getting out the game or get rid of my dogs. Nah, I don't see it right now. You know what I'm saying? But uh, far as my dogs personally, I know I'm gonna have Mellow Yellow to the end and probably animate dumbass because damn, they ain't gonna be able to go to nobody else, and I ain't gonna go take them to no pound or nothing like that. So I know I'm gonna probably have them to the end. And
Well,
shit.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say whatever breed of dog that you get, you gonna have to still clean up shit anyway. 'Cause I know you gonna
Mhm.
have some dogs. Even
Oh
you
yeah.
ain't got pit bull, you gotta pick up shit regardless. All of them gonna shit.
Oh, now there's a big difference to having one dog and damn 10 dogs. You know what I'm saying? One dog, that shit, man, you
Yeah,
feel like you ain't doing nothing. One dog, one bag of food lasts you a whole month. Shit, you got
yeah,
10
yeah.
dogs, that one bag lasts you less than a week. Or about a week, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, you switch up like that, it feel like you ain't got nothing. But I done got rid of everything, dog. I done did it before, clean the whole yard out. Shit, I go a year or two. You know what I'm saying? When I got Merino, I didn't have no pits then. I got rid of all my matter of fact, I had a plan in mind. I was gonna get the Malawies, and I had some good pits on the yard at the time. I got rid of all my pits that I had. I had Champion Little Country on the yard. I had a dog off Jocko and Rose on the yard, which is some more Big John stuff. I had some Abraham's Queen of Hearts dogs on the yard. I had dang on I had some dogs coming down off that my boy got added Smitty James stuff. I think that's the Queen of Hearts and dang, it's another dog I can't think of. I know you know it. But anyway, I had them dogs and I didn't want to have no yard accidents. And I was real serious about my Malawites at that time, dog. I got rid of some good dogs for the low. You know what I'm saying? Just getting rid of them.
Yeah,
Wasn't even about the money,
yeah,
just getting
yeah.
rid of them. And shit, it ain't no thing, dog. I done did that shit a couple times. Got rid of dogs, start over.
Mhm.
Got rid of dogs, start over. Because you know where you can go back and get some more from whenever decide you want to get some. But right now, if I know if
Right,
I
right.
did that right, if just say if Meliola wouldn't bite or none of my dogs had any kind of aggression in them, and I was going to just swipe the yard out, I would think about this before I do that. Now, excuse me, can I get some more if I decide to come back a year from now, 2 years from now? Can I get what I'm looking for, or do I got to go through all this bullshit and get this bootleg and get some fake pedigrees? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna think about all that shit now before I get rid of, and just different times, man. So I'll play it a little different now. But when it come to me, I shit, dog. I wake up in the morning and it's time for them motherfuckers to go. Shit. I'll holler at y'all
Yeah.
later. I ain't feeling it right now. Maybe in 6 months I want me another one.
Mhm.
Maybe a year I might want me another one. But right now I need some time to breathe. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do other things. You miss them. You miss them
But you
at
would you
first,
would
but go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
But I'm gonna
Now I was
tell
gonna
you
say
like
would
this:
you be
I have
like
I have never got rid of one that I spent all that time with like that. I'm gonna say it like that too as well.
mhm,
When I did a yard cleaning,
mhm.
I did a yard cleanup. It
Right,
was
right.
all the dogs I had no personal relationships with. You know what I'm saying? As far as really, this my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
a little different now. I got a little more personal relationships with them. Since I switched up the game, I'm spending more time with my dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I have a little more relationship with them, a little more bond with them. When I was just doing my
Right,
thing, when
right.
I'm just doing my thing and shit, I get some more next week. I get some more damn 6 months from now. Ain't no big deal.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I was thinking. But now, man, it's just different. What about yourself? You could you get out, or you ever got out before, or do you feel like you in it for a long period?
I did. I got away from the pit bulls for probably about maybe let me see, maybe 7 years or something like that. Something like that. I got away from them, and then I ended up getting back, getting back into them. I've been back dealing with them since like 17 with the line of dog that I have now. Um, but nah, I couldn't see myself just not having a dog at all. Nah, I couldn't. I couldn't
Yeah,
do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be like in my 50s, and I'm gonna still have me some pit bulls. Maybe not as many. But I'm gonna
hmm
still, I'm always have a pit bull. As far as
oh yeah,
like I said, I dealt with the bullies for a minute, for about, I think I want to say, 15 years, and I'm pretty much, I got one bully. He like 13, and
dang,
shit. So that's he 13. So he probably like the last one I'm gonna have. I produced him too, and he the last one I'm gonna have. So he getting old, hips bothering me, can't really run no more. He can walk, but he probably the last one I know he the last one I'm gonna have.
yeah.
As far as the bullies go, but yeah, but I'm always have me a pit bull though. I always have a pit bull. You
Hey, I
know.
had two bullies, man. I had two bullies throughout my life, and I when I got out of the pits, I bought a bully. I bought a big size bully from. Matter of fact, I didn't buy the big bully. A hurricane came, and I came outside after the hurricane the next morning, and the damn dog was running down the street. So I just grabbed the dog and put him on the chain. And I ended up keeping him for a little while, and I ended up getting rid of him. But I had got another one from one of my homeboys that I had worked with. He was getting rid of his dog. It was a little short looking bully. She was a good looking dog. She was short as hell. I could have made some real heavy duty money off that joker now that I look back at it. And right now she'd have probably been about 6, 7 years old, somewhere around that area. 8 years old maybe. But I had them two dogs, man, but I ain't had no pits at the time. I was just sometimes as a dog person, you just want to have a dog or something, and you grab certain things. So, like I said, I tried that out, and I ended up getting rid of that. But it I ain't really have them long enough to say I don't like a bully, or
Mhm.
this is why I don't like a bully, or this is why I like a pit. I didn't have a bully that long. I only had them for a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really get no good experience with them or nothing like that. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know my wife. She like my bullies better when I had them. Them the ones that she liked more as opposed to the pit bull, the American pit bull terriers that I guess she liked my bullies better.
You know why? Cause they big and healthy
Yeah,
looking, like them
yeah,
big old bones
yeah.
and big old head and
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
like
Mhm.
and them pits. They ain't no telling how the hell they gonna look. Some of them
Yeah, now
might look.
she like my Ramrod. She like him. She love Ramrod.
What color? What color he is?
Ramrod Brundle
That's the Brindle dog.
with the one white sock. Yeah, that's Ramrod.
Okay. Yeah. How old he
Yeah.
is?
He was born at 17, so he'll be 8 in December.
Mm.
Yeah, he was born at 17. Yeah, he'll be 8 in December.
Can you
Yep.
tell it? Can you tell he aging or how he acting?
He acting good. He getting a little gray around his muzzle, a few hairs around his muzzle, not a lot, but he getting a few gray hairs in his muzzle. But now he ain't slowing down. He's still active and still be in that cage leaping. He be jumping. I mean, he's still active. Like a
Yeah.
little, he be jumping up like he a little 35, 36 pound. You know how them little small dog be real active and stuff and be leaping.
Mm-hmm.
He get up like a little dog. You know what I'm saying? But he big. He about 50, maybe 51. So yeah, he's still active.
Yeah.
And I'm not against crossing dog. I'm not against it at all. You know what I'm saying? People want to cross a pit with something. I'm not against somebody crossing a dog.
Yeah. Now,
You know. Yeah.
you made this statement earlier. I mean to cut you off, but this is what I wanted to say something about earlier, and I kind of said it and I drifted away. But you said something earlier about when we was talking. You was saying that's our name and our dog. Some people, like you said, some people taking dogs now and they mixing them and they still calling them pit bulls.
Right.
you know, I don't think that's the same thing as what we talking about far as mixed. There was mixed breeds back in the days. I don't think you could just take
Right.
a dog and because you
Right.
mix them with and now you want to call them a pit because that's what all the pits are considered mixed. I don't think
Hmm.
like you say a bully in a pit or whatever you want to mix in, then you still call it a pit. I don't think you can do that now. I
Right.
think
Like
we
like
I
for
think we
instance.
full blooded enough, more,
Mhm.
no matter how different size it is, I think the line in general is pure enough to say, you can't do that.
And now I'll say I did this some years back. I bred when I had a couple bully females. I ran round rod to two bully females. And when I sold those pups, I sold those puppies as what they were. I CKC'd them. They were CKC registered. So they were
Yeah,
not purebred dogs. And I sold them as what they were. It's not a pit bull, it's not a bully, it's a cross.
yeah.
And that's what I said they were. Now,
Oh yeah,
if
man.
people go out and call it something else, that's on them. But me as a breeder, the producer, I did my part. I said this is what this is, and this is this, and this is that. So, but like I
Man,
said, as far as me crossing dogs, like doing it again, nah. I mean, I did it then, but you know, I nah, I'm not gonna have it, on my yard. Where I'm gonna just be mixing, you know, uh, crossing, have a dog, have this breed, and then cross it with that breed. Like I said, I did it before, but I'm not gonna do it no more.
yeah.
Um,
N-
because like I said, I don't have the bullies no more. But even if I
mhm,
did have, I still wouldn't do it. I just did it that one time with them 2 times.
yeah.
But
Now, now, do you think bullies got pit in them, right?
hmm
All right. Now, just
well,
imagine.
well, well, well. Hold on.
Yeah,
The stuff I had,
yeah.
the stuff I had. I had the old original Razor's Edge stuff. That's what I had. So yeah, but
Okay.
Today, nah. But today, nah, it's little or no pill. It's pretty much a heavy bulldog breed now.
Think so?
I know so.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you know how we always say, take say you breed Ramrod to one of his uh somebody like something that got ramrod in it already, maybe a couple generations down, you done bred to something, and now you breed back to that stuff, and is strengthening your lines back. I was gonna say, like, if somebody took a full-blooded pit bull and bred him to a good, nice sized bully that ain't gonna mess up the structure and all that stuff, you may get a a hellified damn dog there, because you know you're going back to the old genes where the dog originated from with the pit bull, and you know you're gonna have that that reinsurgence of the pit bull stuff, and plus you're gonna have a little bit of whatever the bully carrying in modern day time. And you know, but I don't know enough about the bully, man. I have to have a whole panel of bully brothers, plus you know about the bullies and stuff like that. Um, it's a few brothers that know about them bullies, man.
Hmm. Hey, Boss Man E said, drop the link. He want to
Okay,
come up here and talk. Boss Man E.
okay, I wasn't even in the dang old comments. My fault, boss
Yeah,
man. I'm
I
about to drop
see.
the link right now.
Yeah, he said it about 9 minutes ago. I don't know if he's still in here or not.
I'm gonna drop the link for anybody, man. Doom, doom. Yeah, man. Like you said, we ain't really we got our thing going on with the ADBA, so we don't really need the AKC.
Right.
Skip Bell, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Appreciate y'all brothers dropping in tonight, man. Live your life, dogs. What's going on? Jayar Kennels in the building. Our brother John Denver, salute to you. Yes, sir, man. Supreme excellence, boy. Bob, hey, man, listen, man. You better bring faith out, dog. You better bring faith out, Supreme. Bando for life. What's going on, man? We talking about it tonight, dog. Talking about that the mixed breeds, man. However it go. You know, just open conversation, man, when it comes to these dogs. William Torres, what's going on with your brother? Hope you had a good Saturday, man. Saturday night live. You know, like I always tell them, man, this is something I learned when dealing with the music back in the days. It don't matter if I got 5 people in here or 100 people in here. I got to perform like I got 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Salute to all the pet lovers out there, man. Everybody taking care of them dogs out there. We're just dropping a little bit of gems, a little bit of knowledge from the brothers that got it across the dog community. You know, one man never know. It's always take a group, bunch of heads. You know what I'm saying, to come up with all this knowledge that we got to take down the road, man.
Mhm.
What about them dog shows and stuff, man? You be competing in any of them, or you be rocking with them, or you ever competing in any
Uh,
of them?
I went to one about 3 years ago. It was an ADBA show, and that was the last time I went to one. So, but now I
You
don't
liked
just
it?
go to them like that. I did. I mean, I went. I took my, but I said before, people
Yeah,
start, they start taking their dog when they puppies.
yeah,
Taking them
yeah,
to them shows, and getting them acclimated to being at a show. I had took Santana. He was like 2. He
yeah,
was 2 when I took him. I just took him out there just to kind of get him around, to put him next to some top, you know what I'm saying, some top ADBA show dogs, and he held his own. I'm not even gonna cap.
yeah,
He held his own, just off confirmation, just looks. He had it, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I wasn't expecting. I didn't. Of course, I didn't win. I wasn't expecting to win. I just took him down there. The show was like 2 hours away. I drove down there to Poplarville. It's every February in Poplarville, Mississippi. So I drove down there, and I had a good time when I went. It's like a 2-day show, like Friday and Saturday.
man.
No, it was 3 day. I think it was a 3-day show. I think it was Friday, Saturday. No, it was snow with 2 day. It was Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Man, what I see, man, if you like anybody who going to them shows and stuff, and thinking they're gonna take their dogs to them shows, it's best to start as soon as you get your puppy, man. Start grooming them, like you
Yep.
said.
Yep.
Start
Yep.
grooming
Yep.
them. Start
Yep.
even if you ain't at the show,
Mhm.
groom them from show situations. You ain't got to be actually at the show, but you know how the show the situations you're gonna be in, you can need to have them in them type of situations where you live at or wherever you be at. You know, same way military do training. They ain't gotta be in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, but they training in Arizona or somewhere else and got replica buildings. Them brothers wasn't chasing training for Bin Laden in the actual building. They just use a replica. You know what I'm saying? So you can do the same thing, man. And that way, when your dog be around a lot of people, he'll be used to it. He'll know how to stand with pride and walk around all, confident and all kind of stuff. When he see a lot of dogs, the barking won't spook him, the noise won't spook him. He'll be straight, man. You won't be worried. So, like you said, you got to groom them things, man. Start them on the treadmill young. Don't have him running all day long, but just have him where he ain't scared of it, where he'll start running on it. That's that's one of the best things to do. Far as if you know your dog gonna be a treadmill runner or doing anything, put them on that meal at 2 and 3 and 4 months old and let them get used to that thing. Even if they don't push the tracks, let him get used to it. You won't believe how much that helps him. Just let him stand up there. You know what I'm saying? Let them stand up there, and then you giving them a treat time to time. And you talking to them, good puppy. He ain't up for 2 months. You ain't got him hooked or nothing. He just on a meal. But I bet you, that little puppy, when you some dogs, you throw them on that meal, they just freeze up. You can have the treadmill and you can have a treadmill in the slant, and they still freeze up to where they stop the slats where it won't even roll because they scared. They ain't no punk dogs. They just scared of the equipment you got them on. They ain't never been on it.
Right. You right.
And that's another mistake some brothers make when they call weights and stuff, and they never really work the dog like that. And then you go throw him on a meal, and he won't even really run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to get them used to it, get them acclimated to it.
Yeah. And me myself, I haven't been to the shows like that, so from what I'm hearing, they have nice crowds and stuff like that. They ain't shooting no guns off or nothing like that out there, so you ain't got to worry about no noise like that. But far as a lot of people, if you got a dog that's spooked around people, that's gonna be a bad sign when you get out there.
Yeah.
So it's all about grooming, man. And that's the same thing when he's doing anything. Whatever you think or you're gonna have that dog doing later on, you gotta groom him for that as a puppy. You know what I'm saying? Get them ready for it. Don't throw them in it. You know what I'm saying? The show wise, you could take them to the shows as a puppy, but you can't put them in the treadmill competition as no puppy or nothing like that. And the same thing is like you can't take them hog hunting as a puppy, but you can groom them. You can take them out there with you, and when the dogs get where they got the hog actually down, or you done took them, you can let them do certain things, but you got to keep them out of danger way until they get up of age. You know what I'm saying? And I even seen them boys take little baby piglets and stuff and put for the young dogs and different things. So you just have to groom them, man, get them ready. And no matter what you taking them to. Skip Bell say when I'm doing another breeding, Skip, it'll be probably it's October now, November. It'll be around December, January, man. Somewhere around that time, probably closer to the January. Well, Anna may go back in heat. She should go back in heat for this year out. I might breed her. But like I said, that's gonna be my last time breeding her. And shit, if she wasn't biting nobody, if I had somebody that could take her, I would get rid of her right now because I'm done with the Malinois, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna hurt me because I had her so long. She like going on 5 years old. She'll be 5 this year coming up right here. But man, shit, them dogs hell, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, I'll probably do another pit breeding by the beginning of the year, maybe somewhere around that time. But I know for a fact Meliella won't breed until I'm skipping a heat with her. So I won't have no puppies off her till next year this time. Somewhere around there. If then.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't pressed on it. I told my homeboy shit. I'll drop him in 27 if the Lord allow me to be here. I'll drop him in Meliella in 27. Cause I gotta let her heal up and let her just stay healthy for a while and don't worry about no puppies off of her. And then, I'll do it in a minute, but I ain't gonna let her get too old before I bring her back out either, because she's 3 years old now. So if I wait, 2 years, she'll be 5. So that's not making it no better either. You know what I'm saying? By letting her get older and breeding her, 6 or 7, that ain't really that old. not 5 and 6, but when you start talking about 7 and 8 and 9 and stuff like that, you know, you're getting a little older. Especially for a female, they gotta handle all that stuff with their body. With a male, they don't gotta carry the babies and all that type of stuff. You know? And I had females that was old, way older than that I have bred before. Probably close to the 10-year-old mark.
Hey, PBK, I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna keep listening though.
All right, all right. I appreciate you rocking with me tonight too, man.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But yeah, man. We like I said at the beginning, one dog will switch up a whole line, man. It ain't just Big Whiskey. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of dogs that got dead like that, you know, and it's different when you say if you got a red boy Jocko dog like Ted was doing, it wasn't coming off yellow, but it was coming off some of his stuff probably. It's different when you do it like that, how Ted, because you ain't got a dog off yellow, but it's off one of Yellow sons. It's off one of Yellow grandsons, triple bred, the yellow. He got yellow in him about 4 or 5 times, but it's supposed to be directly off yellow. He not off yellow, he off, you know, something like that. But when you take a whole dog and switch the whole bloodline, and now you got brothers from generations thinking this Boyle's dogs doing this, these dogs doing that, or the Mayday dogs doing this, and they really Boyle's dogs or Eli dogs or Jeep, that shit can screw up a whole line, man. And they have everybody thinking something is what it ain't. You know, that's why we always say, man, all you can do is worry about what you got on the yard and just breed that. And if you're trying to start a family, man, then you know what your dog's coming off of. You know, they tell you what the pedigree they coming off of, and we hope they coming off of what they in the pedigree, but you know what you breeding in the yard coming off of, because that's your stuff. Yeah, hey, hopefully sometime soon I got an interview coming with GHK and them boys as well. You know, I'll give you that sometime soon. Um, and I got some questions I gotta ask them boys as well. And they don't got nothing to do with this Big Whiskey right here. 'Cause I just heard about this a couple days ago, and I'm like, damn, that is the same dog, man. You know, it ain't hard to see, and I ain't even that ain't even my dog. I'm looking at the dog, you know. But yeah, hopefully I have that coming for you soon. Um, yeah, man. Anybody that want to compete in them digital dog shows, man, get in touch with Samurai on Facebook or YouTube or Dre. You know, most everybody know him. Get in touch with that brother, man. He'll tell you how to get registered up or what you got to do to get your dog in it, man. It's all about having fun. And I mean, what you gonna lose? You know, you just sitting at home. You ain't doing nothing. Ain't like you got to spend no gas or none of that type of stuff. You know, if you want to take the money you're gonna spend in gas and donate it to the show, you know that is what it is. That'd be great. So you gonna spend $300 in gas going down to another state. You can just donate $50 to the show. You know, shit. I mean, that's just talking hypothetically. You know, you can compete in that show from your house, man. From your house, you don't got to go nowhere. You can show your dog. You know, you just got to work your camera. You know, to get your videos and stuff right, or get your pictures right, so your dog can take a nice picture, and you know, compete with the rest of the brothers. You either win, lose, or draw. That's all it is to it. Only one person can win. Only one person can win. Bella UK, where the hell you been hiding at, Bella? I've been looking for you from all across damn Ireland. I've been all across Ireland looking for you. I couldn't find you, Bella. Hey, they had a little girl was just mauled down by her own family's bully. I had the article, but I didn't get a chance to upload it tonight. A little girl in the UK was mauled down by her own bully. You know, The mama came back. I don't think she left her alone. She just left her alone with the dog for a few moments, and the dog flipped out and hurt the little girl. So I'll give y'all that in the next day or so as well. I'll get my video together and put it out for you. But yeah, Bella, man. Hope you've been doing all right. Hope you've been doing all right over there on the other side of that water. Hey, Bella, we want to see you compete in some of these digital dog shows too now. You be talking a lot of trash down there in them comments, Bella, and you don't ever compete. You can compete too. Yeah, man, I ain't keeping y'all here too long tonight, man. I'm just rocking with some of my brothers, some of my sisters. Uh, uh, yeah, man, y'all have a good, safe night. Y'all stay legal out there.